Kindness is a short film that sees Daniel, who is a middle-aged guy played by Wayne Lacroix. He sees Kyle, the young man, who is being played by Akeem Whiteman, as a person who is up to no good. His aura, the way he dresses, the way he expresses himself, gives Daniel the impression that he's up to no good. And in a very odd twist, they both end up in the same taxi traveling to Scarborough, and some events in the car while traveling to Scarborough gives Daniel a confirmation of his suspicion about Kyle. So he decides now to follow him to see, what is his real motive and what is he really up to. I love working with stories that makes the viewer connect with the story in a real way. I love stories that will make the viewer say, I could relate to the conflict or relate to maybe even the character in a particular storyline, so that they could get a real sense of what you're coming from, where you're coming from in telling the story. And when you walk out of a theater or wherever they see a film, they could say, I would take the solution or whatever, resolution or whatever that they got from the film and see I could implement it in my own situation. And Kill with Kindness is one of those storylines, and that is why I love it.
Well, I think people might really want to know, right? You wrote the script, right? And so basically you play the job as a filmmaker, producer, scriptwriter. I mean, you hold so many different occupations right there, right? What motivation, where did you get the motivation to write this story?
This story is one that I see every day, where people judge people wrongfully and they just go through their life. You just see somebody and you're as we say in local terms, your blood and take them, and you just decide to just leave them there and write them off and have nothing to do with them. And I actually saw something happen in Scarborough one day where we had a situation just like the one that I penned in the script, and that is what gave me the motivation to put a camera lens on that kind of situation. The cast was more or less easy. It was easy to get, thank God. The first person I got to film was Akeem Whiteman. He and I grew up together in Dallaford in the same streets, just a corner away from each other. I think we are also related. I heard when I was smaller that both grandfathers were brothers, so we were told that we were related. So, I knew him from a very long time. He's just a little bit younger than me. And I met him at a funeral in Dallaford, and we started talking about a film that was shot in Trinidad and Tobago and was showing in Nuvitong at the time of the funeral. They had a real big hype about the film, and a really brilliant film by the way. And it was Home Again. And he was talking, in our conversation, I saw the passion that he had for a particular character and a particular situation in the film. And I turned to him and I said, well, I'm writing a film right now. Maybe you would like to act with me? And he said, yeah, ready. Whenever you're ready, I'm ready. And that is how I got Kyle. Natasha Chance, who plays an old lady in the film, and Wayne Lacroix. I don't know them personally for a long time, but I know of their work in performing arts and the theatre arts and stuff like that, and I know they do brilliant work in that. And I was really excited when I got the opportunity to talk to Wayne about it and pitch the story to him, and he said, yes, I'm willing to come on board with you and act with you. I actually acted alongside Wayne last year, Heritage Festival, in a show called The Living Museum, and I saw the amount of work that he put in getting into the character and stuff like that. It was really a good experience for me, and I saw where he would have excelled in this film, and he really did excel in this film, and I really was happy that I got the two of them, Wayne Lacroix and Natasha Chance, being very experienced in the field of performing arts, to come on board with the film. As a matter of fact, I anticipated their performance the most, adapting from acting for roles and sections of people to just 2 or 3 camera people in front of you and a lens right in front of your face, just like I saw a lens in front of our face right now. Yeah, so I anticipated that the most. The other person we got was Katie Robinson. I got her at the last minute.
What character did she play?
She played a taxi driver in the film. I got her at, we shot on the Saturday, and I got her at the Friday evening because the person who we initially got, he had an emergency and had us to go to Trinidad, and he didn't make it back. But we got Katie to come in, and she came on the set Saturday morning just before we started to shoot for like about half an hour, and we sat down with her and told her what the storyline was about, gave her her lines and stuff. And the same day, and she did it as though she was there all the time, and she knew what the story was all the time. And I must say props to her for coming in and being with her. We actually had a few extras other than the 4 members, the 4 main cast, but it was really good. The more technical side of it, what cameras we used were DSLR. I have a DSLR Canon 60D, so I use that to shoot right now, and we were able to get on the Saturday. We were able to get another DSLR from another cameraman who worked with us this Saturday, and we also had a camera that is a very little thing, and I fell in love with it. A very little camera like this, and it's called a GoPro. It gives you a kind of wide angle, and the color and the quality of it is really, really good, and I want one really bad. But it is really, really nice camera. So we had those 2, my DSLR and the other camera guys with DSLR and the GoPro. We had a really nice crew. 3 cameramen came in Saturday, and we had 2 this Sunday. We all worked together. We all worked together before, so I know of their work and I know of their capability and stuff, and they were really good. We had Robert Yates, who I must say is one of the. He has a wicked talent in terms of motion graphics and motion graphic designing and stuff like that. And he's really artistic. He sees camera, he sees some angles he sees some shots at angles that we wouldn't really, other people wouldn't really pick up, as fast. And I was really happy that I got him to come on board with us. As a matter of fact, before we shot this Saturday, I would have seen some work from him that he did with Dread Hiking Tobago, a short film that he made with them, and I saw the work that he put into it, and I was really eager and anticipated him coming on board to shoot with us this Saturday. The other person we got was Joanzi Liebert, who I must say goes really brave for the shot. He sees the shot and he would do stuff that other people wouldn't really do to get the shot. He would do stuff like sit on a door of a moving car to get a shot, those kind of stuff. And he did those kind of stuff this Saturday that we shot. And as a matter of fact, we stopped in Goodwood when we were on our way down to Scarborough, and we were talking about, the other side of the filming, what we were going to do onwards from there. And we stopped and had a laugh about how he was, getting the shots and stuff like that. And it was while we was talking, it hit me that, he was using my camera to do it, so my smile actually turned to a frown one time. I was like, he was using my camera to do that. But it was really good. We had a really nice time shooting. The other person we got was Kwame Napine, who I must say is one of the A-listers cameramen at the institution which he currently works. He's really dedicated, and as long as he believes in the story that you pitch to him, and he says that he's on board, trust him that he will actually be there and show up and stuff. So I'm really happy that I got a cast like crew like that to one that is very artistic and go brave for the shot and very dedicated and stuff to work. On Saturday, we had rain, and I know some people describe rain as showers of blessing, but when you're a script writer and you pen a script and you did not put in anywhere in there that it had rain and it set up to film and rain started falling. Showers of blessing is one of the last descriptions
Yeah,
to put for the rain. You know, you set up for the film and then the rain come down, and if your filming equipment is protected, then you might just stand up there and watch the sky and watch the cloud as though it's some chalk that's on the blackboard that you just want to get a eraser and just move on. But it didn't last long. We just last about 15 to 20 minutes or so. We took shelter at a gas station in Roxborough until it passed off, and then we powered through the little drizzle after that until the sun came out. Sunday we had, well, the script was set for a normal business working day in Scarborough. All the scenes in Scarborough were set for a situation like that. But we didn't actually want to shoot on a normal business day in Scarborough because of the crowd, you know. You wouldn't get the crowd to move as you want them to. So what we did, we set up to film on a Sunday where Scarborough was least busy, but we asked people to come out as extras. But you know, so you'll be able to control the movement so that when you see action or cut, the crowd will move to suit, you know. But Sunday morning, waking up Sunday morning to come into Scarborough is a very tedious and very hard task to get to.
Yes.
So we didn't have much people to come out as extras. We only had like about 3 or 4 people.
So, but basically you had supporters.
But we had supporters, and they actually came and were integrated into the story in such a real way, you know. So we were happy that we got the amount of people that we had on set.
I got a sneak peek at the film, right? And I heard some interesting music. Where did you get this music?
Well, music plays a very integral part in filmmaking. It helps set the mood for the story, for the plot, for whatever you know, that whatever scene that you're getting to, or it might help to tell what kind of person or any particular character is in the story. So we had some Etienne Charles in there. We had some who's a very good jazz trumpet and stuff like that. We had some dancehall music in there. We had some Liam Teague, Franz Joke, who did a very marvelous song called Tobago. We had that in there, and we had some drumming music. You can't do a film in Tobago. Yes. And drumming is a big part of our culture.
And I love how I kept the culture alive in the film.
Exactly. So we had some drumming music in there. We also did some recordings with a friend of mine who's a very talented individual, Leandro Nori. He played not an original song, but he played a song that is very well known to us, but he played it on pan, and it's the first time I ever saw somebody playing pan with 4 pan sticks. He put like 1, 2, 3, 4 and played the pan like that, and he was really, really good in it. So we had Natasha Chance, who is a very young person, but she played the character as an elderly lady. As a matter of fact, when I was pitching this story to her, before I even finished telling her the story, what the story was, from the time I got to the part of the old lady, she was like, can I play the part of the old lady? And I was like, yeah, that's what I came to ask you. So I guess the conversation done now, we have an recording. But she to get her to look the part and everything, we had also do some makeup on her. So we got Anthony Blackman to come in at last minute, very, very last minute, you know, to make her look the part and stuff like that, physically to look the part, because that's one of the important things in character development, is getting the physical part of everything.
And it catch me too, because even not just me, because and I heard that there was a woman who thought it was really Arabic. Because it catch me.
Yeah. So we were filming the Sunday morning in Scarborough, and there was a lady who I presume was going to church because of the way she dressed now. I'm judging people because of the way they dress now, but she looks as though she was going to church. But and she had a child with her who couldn't, I think probably could have been about 6 years old, and she was on her way going on her business, and we were filming in Scarborough. And when we finished a particular scene, because we only had one camera on this Sunday, we had us to stop and do over the scene and take these shots at a different angle and stuff like that. So on the break, in between breaks, a lady came across and was chatting with Wayne Lacroix, and I was approaching them. And when I was approaching them, I started to hear the conversation, and she was like, so you want me to call the police or anything? And that's how Wayne was gesturing to her to tell her, no, we're just doing a film, we're just shooting something, it's a film that we're making. She actually thought that whatever we were filming was something that happening in real, and she was already willing to take out her phone and call the police and it was just so funny how everything happened. Yeah, how to see how real it actually, to see how real it actually.
And that means you would have had an excellent production team.
Well, I want to thank everybody because as I said before, Kill with Kindness is lower than low budget. Nobody was paid for this. Nobody, the actors, the crew, everybody came out with the passion and the zeal to pull off. They just believe in the story, and they came out with the passion and the zeal to get it done. And I must say thanks to them, thanks to the cast, Wayne Lacroix, Akeem Whiteman, Natasha Chance, Katie Robinson, those who came out as extras. We had 3 extras, Khadija Nelson, Nakaisha Legaton, and Nicole Brown. We had the crew, we had Pamela Payne, Joanne Silibert, Robert Yates. We had some people who gave us, the extra support in terms of providing transport. In terms of providing transport and stuff, we had Troy Andrews, Ryan O'Neill, Katie Robinson, Pamela Payne. We had community development and culture lending film equipment, because we set up a crane for one of the shots, and the tripod was delivered by community development and culture department for that. Salisha Moses, Claude Joseph, Troy Andrews, so Ross Celestine for coming out, for providing all the equipment and stuff that we had to make the film possible.
And do we have anything else to expect?
The music, we had Leandro Nori, Liam Teague, Etienne Charles, Franz Drew, some Mavado inside it, some people who were into the dancehall things.
Young, old, and
everything. There's something for everybody in Kill with Kindness, apart from the general storyline, which is for everybody.
I don't know if you have any more films to expect soon from me, John.
I am in filmmaking for the long haul. Love filmmaking too bad. Actually, we are writing Kill with Kindness Part 2 right now. We also have a script that was written last year that we want to shoot up in Charlottesville called Passing, a very touching story. It's set for like about 45 minutes to an hour. And we just want people to support local stories, support local filmmakers. There are a few of us popping up now in Tobago. Have Youngest Veteran Film, they have a Breaking Beach Studio, which is being led by Gerard Primer and Kyle Walcott and Long Time, a fellow who has a film company called Long Time Film, and all these people support local stories, support local storyline and filmmakers. Kill with Kindness, we are expecting it to go places, because the storyline is really important and it's something that everybody should see. So we are expecting it to go far, very, very far.
Well, Wayne John, thank you so much. And we, the viewers and supporters, we look forward to the future success of your filmmaking.
Thank you.
Can we go back